Dear Princess Sunbutt, Letter 74.
Dear Princess Ceiling Fan, today I learned that you shouldn't yell at children for being short. They can't help it and their parents will get mad at you for breaking into their house at 4 in the morning. I also learned that taking the children to a secluded location away from the parents before yelling at them is also frowned upon. Your friendly neighborhood trauma dispenser, The Book.
From Her Royal Highness Ceiling Fan, RE Letter 74.
To my most faithful student, Twilight Sparkle, I warned you. Your loving mentor, Princess Celestia. Dear Twilight Velvet, I hereby request your attendance at your convenience to a private meeting regarding your daughter. I fear there are things that merit discussion, and I'm afraid she's been avoiding her medicine again. Penned by Her Royal Highness Celestia. Dear Anon, there's a guest room at the palace available for the next few weeks. Your writ of passage should get you in. Just tell a guard once you're inside here for sanctuary. I'm calling in Twilight's mother, Celestia.
Letter 74.1.
Dear Princess Celestia, after an extended conversation with Anon, I've come to understand you plan to hold a meeting with my mother regarding the incident early this morning. Anon has admitted he greatly exaggerated my words in his letter, so I would like to clear up any misunderstandings. Whether it was a prank on his part or a lack of proper communication on mine, the fact remains that I was not yelling at foals for being short at 4 in the morning. That's ridiculous, and quite frankly, I'm a little hurt that you believe I would do such a thing. I'll address the inaccuracies as they appear in the initial letter, assuming Anon was being fully honest when he told me what he wrote. Number 1. I was not yelling. I was explaining things in a heated fashion. I was forced to raise my voice at points because they were being rude and talking over me. Number 2. They were not foals. They were siblings of 12 and 13. Number 3. The focus of my lecture was not to criticize their height, but rather to explain why their height is below average for their age group and why that matters. Number 4. Their parents are not their true parents. They're both adopted. Number 5. The parents were not mad, they were afraid, then surprised and possibly annoyed when they realized it was me. Number 6. I did not break into the house. The front door was unlocked, and there was a welcome mat. Number 7. It was not 4 in the morning, it was 3:45. Number 8. I did not take the siblings to a secluded location, I took them to the Apple's barn. Considering its proximity to Ponyville, it can hardly be called secluded. Number 9. Again, I was not yelling. I simply wanted to make sure they understood how short they are. Of course, I must reiterate that I have since learned my methods were less than ideal. In the future, I will wait until a more appropriate time to strike up a conversation. I've been told most ponies prefer to wait until at least an hour after sunrise and that conversing over breakfast is a common social practice. With the above points cleared up, I would humbly request you cancel the meeting with my mother. I'm sure it would cause her a great deal of stress to realize that she was summoned by the princess over a simple miscommunication. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. P.S. Anon wants me to tell you he promises his future transcriptions will be as accurate as before, and that this lapse in professionalism was a one-time thing.
From Her Royal Highness Celestia, RE Letter 74.1.
Dear Twilight Velvet, I apologize for contacting you so soon after the first missive, but additional information has come to light of which I feel you should be made aware. As such, I have enclosed your daughter's latest missive upon learning of our impending meeting. Unfortunately, this is not new behavior, but I had hoped that she was improving after a while. I would ask that we meet to discuss options and circumstances, and I will of course share some of our recent correspondence to paint a better picture of how things stand. Twilight the Younger has great potential, Miss Velvet, and I know that she has a good heart that's merely stymied by her judgment at times, so please, help me, help her. Penned by Princess Celestia. To my most faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Twilight, I know in your heart you want to help others, and I know you are a good pony. I know these things. You're the same little pony who gave up your favorite storybook to help another little filly learn to read. You're the same filly that used to curl up beside me and ask how come ponies are so weird about just explaining things. I know you have difficulties, Twilight. I know that if we can just find the right way, you'll shine like a guiding star. I am not meeting with your mother to punish you, Twilight. I am doing so because I want to help you, and I'm beginning to feel that I cannot do so alone. I intend on funding from my personal accounts a trip to Ponyville for one or both of your parents and a place to stay. I realized suddenly, without being an authority figure to quickly ask for advice and explain certain expectations and requirements of functioning in society at large was a bad idea only after going through with it, and I apologize for failing you, Twilight. If you aren't taking your medication, we can work on it. If it isn't helping as much as it used to, we can fix it. If you need some pony you can rely on to explain to you how to take your good intentions and use them to do good other ponies can easily see, then we'll get that for you. All will be well, my little pony. Princess Celestia.
I don't know about you all, but that was a long 2 letters. But I mean, not complaining or anything. Anyway, I'd like to give a gigantic, amazing shout out to my stupendous donators. Yoshi Super Saiyan 2, Peter Coulthard, Nicholas Springthorpe, Dospo, David D. Sanchez, Dwight Cornel, Gagi, Secret Moon, ORIAN Pax KAIJU, Starlight Glimmer, Trey, Pokekillerzach, Soul Dragon, Dak Britton, and Joe Piercy. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.